Hey everyone, welcome back to another Weather with Ryan forecast. In today's forecast, we're going to be going over this massive heat dome and when it's going to end. Then we're going to go over the Jetstream and look over the long-term weather pattern and how it's going to affect the weather in the United States. Let's get straight into this. So take a look at this giant big old heat dome that is affecting the Midwest of the United States right now. It has been brutal outside. This heat wave has trapped a lot of moisture in it. That's why it's so humid outside. So as we progress this through around Thursday, as you can tell, it starts to shift westward towards the Gulf states, which is very good. It's still going to be very hot, though, through the remainder of this week, but not as bad as it would have been through around Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. And as we shift it out around Friday, around 1 p.m., it's really over. It's not in our area. The central high pressure system is not centered over us anymore, but it has expanded out towards the Midwest, out near the panhandle of Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and a little bit of Colorado. Thankfully, they're getting all the worst of this dangerous heat wave, and we're not anymore. But by the time Saturday and Sunday really rolls around, we're really mostly out of this heat wave, which is very good. And as you can tell, it's really started to die out in its nature. It's not as defined as it was, 4 days ago. And as we progress it out by around Monday and Tuesday of next week, this heat dome is back over in California, right where it should be. And we don't have any more of this high pressure system in our area anymore. And this allows for new 500 millibar flow to enter in the United States. As you could tell, normally this high pressure system would be over the middle of the United States. This would block any flow coming into the United States. But since this high pressure system is over California and all that, this allows for some dipping downs of the jet stream from Canada. And this could bring the potential for severe weather and storms back in the United States. And hopefully, it'll bring some much needed rain back here. Alright, taking a look at the jet stream. This is the 500 millibar maps. This dictates the weather in the United States. So right now, this is Monday at 0Z. This is a slightly older model. Again, as you can tell, this is our giant heat dome over our area. And this is preventing any 500 millibar flow from coming into the United States, as I've said before. And as we progress this through on Thursday, as you can tell, that big old heat dome has shifted westward. So it's over here basically around Thursday. And as you can tell, there's more 500 millibar flow going into our area. Not really our area, but it's starting to come into the central portion of the United States a little bit more. And by around Saturday and Sunday, this big old heat dome is still over Colorado and over California, New Mexico, and Arizona. And this is allowing 500 millibar flow to enter back in the central portions of the United States, which is very good. This will bring some cooler temperatures, trust me. And by around the 31st of August, look at this. This is a huge cold front coming through our area, which is very good. So around Wednesday of next week, there's going to be this big old area of 500 millibar flow going southward towards our area. This will bring cooler temperatures into our area, which is very, very nice to see. Very, very nice. This will bring cooler temperatures and maybe the threat for some damaging winds or maybe some large hail if there are storms in this area. Just because there's 500 millibar flow does not mean there's going to be storms. So yeah, we will just have to see. Alright, taking a look at the temperature anomaly maps. Obviously, red is anomalous temperatures above average temperatures, and blue is normal temperatures or below average temperatures. So as we progress this through on Thursday, as you can tell, it's still very, very, very hot temperatures out in the central portion and eastern tier of the United States. Very above average temperatures and anomalous temperatures out here. But this is going to not last for that long. As I've mentioned before, this heat dome starts to progress back westwards, which is very good. Saturday, there is still anomalous above average temperatures in the central portion and eastern tier of the United States. But as you can tell, this is really starting to be shifted down southward, down towards the southern portion of the United States, as with this big old cold front coming through on the 31st through the 28th through the 31st is when this giant cold front's coming through. As you can tell, there is below average temperatures coming through into our region, which is very, very, very appreciated. And as we progress this through on the 31st, look at this huge cold front coming through our area. That correlates with the 500 millibar flow coming through here and that cold front. So we have some cooler temperatures to look forward to. So around Wednesday and Thursday of next week, the latter half of next week, cooler temperatures in our region, which will be very, very nice. We deserve a cool down. So look forward to some cooler temperatures in the latter half of next week. Alright, take a look at the precipitation maps. I know I've shown you guys this a bunch of times, but our heat dome is centered over the United States right now. This is blocking any rainfall going into the central portion of the United States. But as this heat dome progresses back westwards, this will allow for some precipitation back into the central portions and eastern tier of the United States. And as we progress this through Saturday and Sunday, as you can tell, there is more rainfall starting to get back into the central portion of the United States, which is very needed. And as you can tell by Sunday, look at this, there's really starting to get more rainfall. This is looking a lot better than it used to only around 4 days ago. And as you can tell by around the 31st, look at this. There's rainfall back in the central portion of the United States, which is very good to see. We desperately need rain, so we will be getting some rain. I want to point out the 6 through 10 day temperature probability outlook. This is from the folks over at the Climate Prediction Center. So as you can tell, there is a below average temperatures over in the eastern tier of the United States and over at the East Coast, which is very good. And also, we're in that. That is because of that associated cold front, which is very nice. But on the other hand, this is above average temperatures for basically the other portion of the United States. This is obviously where that heat dome is still going to predominate over. That heat dome will shift, westward, and that's where everyone's going to get all this hellish heat. So yeah, they can have the heat, we can have the cold front, we can have the cooler temperatures. I'm really looking forward to these cool temperatures back into our region next week. And last but not least, taking a look at all the National Weather Service hazards and warnings out right now. All in this pink is all excessive heat warnings. I obviously expect these warnings to be shifted westward as the heat dome progresses that way. But right now, look at all of the excessive heat warnings. Dangerous heat values of 110 to 115 are expected. Obviously, limit yourself to outdoor activities. Don't do anything dumb. Don't just stay out there for that long because heat stroke is a very serious thing. It is a medical, life-threatening emergency. Drink lots of water. Stay in a cool, conditioned, air-conditioned room. But yeah, there's a lot of excessive heat warnings out, and then also in the orange there is heat advisories, but yeah, that is quite the teller for this heat wave. Very, very dangerous heat values are expected and are ongoing. Thank you guys all for tuning in to this forecasting video. If you guys enjoyed the forecast, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay in the loop for any weather information. I will see you guys in the next forecast.